she really goes in for Rishi Sunak, doesn't she?
That's right, Sophie. Now, normally, when you get a resignation letter, it comes an hour or two after the event. This one has taken 24 hours. And my goodness, I think you can see the thought and the work that's gone into it. It's quite something. I'm going to argue that the letter itself, the words here are very consequential. Let's go through the reasons that this letter matters. Okay, the first reason I believe that she wrote this was to set out this. Now, she claims that there was a secret deal at the point at which Rishi Sunak became Prime Minister in autumn 2022. I agreed to support you because you gave firm assurances on key policy priorities. And she goes through them. She basically suggests there was a deal that the public don't know about reducing legal migration, about overriding the European Convention on Human Rights, about what goes on with the Northern Ireland Protocol, and what goes on essentially with trans rights issues. And she suggests that she's been betrayed. She even says it's there in writing. She says that there was a document. Now, one source has told me that essentially there was a meeting between Rishi Sunak and Suella Braverman, and she emailed him afterwards. It's not clear that there was a reply from Number 10. So we look forward to seeing this document. Why is she doing all of this? Because she wants to establish the betrayal narrative. After the election, if the Tories lose and she's going for the leadership, she wants to be able to say, he broke his word. That can never happen again. I would put forward a different future. Right, let's look at another big thing that she's doing. And it's here on the second page of the letter. And it's just going for Rishi Sunak. In terms I cannot remember in a resignation letter, she talks about his ignoring her arguments, wishful thinking. She's talking about irresponsibility, wasting time. She's talking about how they wasted a year on the small boats policy and basically saying, I can only surmise that you have no appetite for doing what is necessary and no real intention of fulfilling your pledges to the British people. Right, so this is the attack on Rishi Sunak. Why is she doing that? Because he sacked her. And if she is to have credibility, she needs to dent his credibility. So this is an attack on him in order to reduce people, the salience of the argument. Yeah, but you've just been sacked. OK, let's look at the third thing that she does in this letter. She does it all the way through. It's quite clearest at the end. Basically, she bigs herself up. She starts the letter by saying she's a woman who has delivered policies. So you'll hear other Tories saying she didn't deliver a lot. But look at this. I may have not always found the right words, a concession that maybe not everything's perfect, but I've always striven to give voice to the quiet majority that supported us in 2019. I've endeavoured to be honest and true to the people who put us in privileged positions. Right. Why is she doing this? Because this isn't about Rishi Sunak. This isn't about winning the election. This is about something else. This is about what happens in the event the Conservative Party goes down to defeat, Rishi Sunak leaves office, and there's a vacancy. OK, it's all starting to make sense to me now, because I have to say, about half an hour before this programme, Sam was kind of running through the office saying, it shouldn't be Dear Rishi, it should be Dear Kemi. And I was like, what on earth is Sam talking about? I did say, tune in at 7 o'clock to a certain political programme if you want to find out, and here we are. Look. There is no doubt, everybody agrees, Suella Braverman wants to go for the leadership after the general election if the Tories go down to a defeat. But she's got a big problem, which is if you look at like the opinion polls, the surveys of Conservative members, she's not top, she's not second, she's down about fifth under James Cleverly and Kemi Badenoch. She needs to galvanise supporters. There isn't some great army of Tory MPs about to go over the top, more than 30 supporters, to oust Rishi Sunak, put in letters of no confidence, change the leadership again. That's for the birds. This is about her fight with Kemi Badenoch for that top spot. And James Cleverly. She wants to prove that there's more to gain from going out, not being tied to this government, for being able to set out what true conservatism, in her view, is. This is a letter designed to put Kemi Badenoch on the back foot and to try and claw back some of that support. Read it through that prism. Dear Kemi, not Dear Rishi.
Over to you, Kemi Badenoch. Sam, thanks very much for going through the text of what, as Sam was saying, an absolutely extraordinary letter from Suella Braverman.